Hello, this is the Mission 52 organized by Space Analog Station Habitat Marte. It is a virtual mission. Today is the October 16, and then uh, today we have the presentation of the Paras Adaka about how would be the operation of engineering center. And then, Paras, you are welcome. Okay, to share just a moment. I let you now the host of the meeting. Okay, and then it's possible now you share your screen and start your presentation. Okay, good luck.
So, should I start? So, First of all, I am Parasad Lakha. I am currently pursuing BTech Aerospace Engineering from University of Petroleum and Energy Studies, India. So, as the engineering center chief of the Habitat Marte mission, the mission 52. So, now I begin my presentation. So here are some of the contents which I'll be following in my presentation of the engineering center. Uh, so, so this is the external design view of the engineering center in a 2D format. So as you can see, engineering center will be connected directly from the sanitation center and greenhouse, and also with the power station. So this was the concept given by Yash Rathod in the Mission 47. This is the external design, 3D design of the Habitat Marte proposed by the same guy, Yash Rathod, in Mission 47. So here you can see this is our engineering center. So coming to the internal design, all the facility presents a circumference shape with 8 meters of diameter and 3 floors. We are considering that specific facility need to provide a basic requirement dormitory with beds for astronaut of uh, our facility. Then there is a small kitchen or a dining room. Then there is a requirement of a washroom, a small vertical garden with plants for meals. The engineering system will be working for four defining concepts. The first is rover maintenance. The second one is maintenance of the spacesuit. Third one is communication system, and the fourth one is maintenance of habitat for this secondary systems. So this is the internal design of the ground floor. So you can see ground floor consists of the area which is which will be having the two side opening, two side opening. The one with the airlock systems, and is having a rover maintenance area where we can take the rover inside our habitat uh, ma- uh, and we can do the maintenance over the in this area. So in the center there is a engineering workshop where we will be conducting the major activities of our engineering center. There is a 3D printing area in the on the ground floor of the uh, engineering center. So as you can see, there is a gallery which will be connecting all the areas of ground floor. If the person enters the ground floor, he will first go to the gallery, then he will go to any other rooms or any other facility. So this is the first floor, internal design of the first floor, which is having the data communication center, the area for the stairs. Then there is a cultivation area required for the micro production of the food. This is the second floor where we'll be having the dorms for the astronauts, and there's a kitchen and a dining room. There is a again the area for the stairs and and the area for social gatherings, like when the astronaut will be resting in the places, or will gather for a social moments, so they can gather in a social area. So coming to now, there are some of the technologies which will be applied in our engineering centers. So the machineries or technologies necessary for the operation of the installation are for a good and continuous communication between the Earth and Mars. A potential data relay system, also called DRS, are required, as all the communication from the Earth will be done through satellites. A good communication and navigation system will help us by giving the data near from the satellite in Martian orbit, which will warn us in uh, warn us regarding the strength of the storm. Because of the distance, there is a substantial delay in the data transfer. So for the deep space mission, a good quality of antennas are required. Support technologies like some of the examples like robot or automated system for data collection and recycling practice are required. Internal the environmental control and life support system inside the uh, center will be required. A heating, ventilating, and air conditioning system will also be there. The protocycle technology is required for 3D printing recycling. The necessary tools for maintenance are also required. As I said earlier, that engineering center will be having uh, a large area for the workshop. So the tools and necessary equipments will be required there for the maintenance of rovers and the communication systems. Then the battery backup for rover related activities and life support system are also required in our uh, engineering center. Recently, our team proposed the idea in SELIOPU's mission hackathon for the dust removal mechanism from the space suits after the astronaut come back to space module. Uh, our project deals with the application of magnetic field on a space suit for mitigation of dust. Astronauts could be exposed to that magnetic field, which could affect their body. The base idea is to develop an entering uh, the base idea is to develop an entering area where astronauts enter at the end of EVAs, and which provide clearing capability to remove dust and toxic contamination from the spacesuit. The system is composed by two main parts. The first part comprises brush rollers, which remove mechanically dust from the spacesuit and drop it at the floor as the astronaut enters into the airlock. It happens in the anti-dust chamber, which will be we will be placing outside the airlock system. The second part comprises of a mini platform which uses magnetic property of dust to gather it from the floor, and we can gather it in a bag. So as you can see here is the graphical representation of our the system which we proposed in the hackathon. So the first image shows the entering area of the dust removal chamber, and in a second picture you can see the platform where the astronaut will be standing, and these are the brush rollers which will be moving from up to down, and the astronaut wearing a suit will move on this platform, and the dust rollers will remove the dust, and the dust will flow over this platform as the platform is magnetically charged, so the dust particle will remain here. So the second technology which we'll be using is a protocycle, a product of Reditech company, which is capable of recycling the lightweight plastic waste material by crushing it into several small grains of plastic, and then by making refill filament of 3D printer from it. The cost of developing such a protocycle is less because the lightweight material used during the manufacture of protocycle. So while taking into consideration, such kind of technology can be used on large scale in space habitat its component part by sending it component part and assembling it on Hybrid Marte. So possible resources to generate in situ or transported from the earth in our engineering center will be for making space habitat, and also for manufacturing of some product. We can take the use of Martian regolith. Due to the presence of large amount of carbon dioxide in Martian atmosphere, we can make the use of this CO2 in generating the electricity from supercritical Britten cycle based turbo machinery. Basically, supercritical Britten's cycle is a power generation cycle which uses the flow medium as a CO2 instead of a air. In a simple Britten cycle, the air is used as a flow medium, but in a supercritical Britten cycle, CO2 is used at a supercritical stage. So while using this technology on Mars, what we can achieve a efficient amount efficient amount of power from this cycle, which is ultimately efficient from the simple Britten cycle. We are using a hybrid Britten cycle because in place of conventional combustion chamber, there will be the combustion. Instead of burning the fuel in the combustion chamber, we will be using the input heat from the solar panel. So that's why here we used the word hybrid here. So from here, the management of our engineering center will is starting. So in an organizational structure, the head of the engineering center will be engineering chief. Under him, there will be assistant and a researcher and a technician. The researcher, assistant, technician, and a chief all must come from a background related to science and technology, such as data science engineer, mechanical engineer, or astrobiologist. So the astronaut profiles and duty will be engineering center chief. The chief is responsible for studying how the in situ practices are going on, while monitoring each and every section of engineering center, like data center, workshop, rover maintenance. Also, he is the person to be contacted directly from the earth, as well as other from the other facilities in case of any engineering requirement. The assistant will work under the chief, and is will be looking for the stock management. Also can be contacted in case of any tool or equipment is required. So there is a the researcher will be responsible for carrying out the data research, the variable communication using the DRS, as said earlier, data relay system. Also will be responsible for doing research on Martian surface by taking use of rover. Technician will be responsible for the spacesuit related activities, as I said earlier. Also, will taking care of 3D printing processes and maintenance of rover, as well as communication systems like antennas, etc. So the some basic training will be required for the engineering center. The astronaut working in an engineering center. The basic training is while working, keeping in mind the sustainable use of space habitat as well as resources. The training related to dust removal system should be given to each and every astronaut, so as to reassure that astronaut or the chief will not get harm from the electromagnetic technology we are using in our dust removal system. Uh, Support long-term effects of isolation, capabilities to handle the architecture and technologies for human exploration will also come under the astronaut training for engineering center. So here are some links of the videos of the technology we used in the our engineering center. Resources needed for 1 week. The number of members in a number of astronaut members in our engineering center will be 4. For the food, basic option is the average daily requirement is around 2 kg or 2000 kilocalorie per person, which concludes to 56,000 kilocalorie or 56 kg of food per week for the engineering center. The water requirement for a person is of around 3 liters per day, will be concluding to 84 liter of water for an engineering center every week. The guidelines to be provided to other facilities or between the engineering center and the other facilities will be like such. The basic guidelines should be followed by the other facilities while using the communication system as well as the 3D printed product required by them. The regular research and development activities between the facilities are required for successful completion of the mission. Regular meetings are required between the chief of the facilities to run the mission smoothly without any problem. So here are some of the protocols we will be following in our engineering center. The specific protocols of our facilities are uh, follows. Regular contact from the earth via DRS should be maintained. The structure of center should be monitored regularly. The rover must be checked every time before the use. The spacesuit must be dried of dust each time the astronaut go out for the Mars walk. The data report should be maintained and backup regularly. The tools and equipment should be placed back every time after the use. The machines like rover and 3D printer should not be overloaded during the use. Some safety protocols are as follows. While using the dust removing instrument, the magnetic field strength must not be higher than the 10,000 micro Tesla. The direction of magnetic field should not to be changed in time. Airlock chamber shall be small. Astronaut shall be positioned at the center of electromagnetic platform while removing dust from the spacesuit. Each and every resource should be preserved and used in order for worst case scenario. In the meantime, the complete order of the procedure should be maintained for the case of emergency. As the engineering center is full of electrical equipment, so regular check must be required for every machine. The safety protocol must be followed in case where there are chances of risk of any accidents. Coming to the protocols for occupancy or entertainment of activities of the astronaut in an engineering center. Regular social gathering to reduce the stress conditions. Smooth music inside the space habitat will reduce the chances of depression during the time of isolation or during the time of storm outs the space habitat. The activities in the cultivation and social areas can be organized regularly on the regular basis. Protocols for food micro production are logistic must be regularly checked and calculated. The waste management system should be made in order to recycle. Management is necessary to avoid the extra losses of food items in a space habitat. Protocols for 3D printing are as follows. As said earlier, the 3D printing is a major activity which will be followed after the communication and engineering center. Some protocols must be followed. The regular check of material for manufacturing will be done. The protocycle and 3D printer must be maintained as per the requirement. The systems, any system using the 3D printing should not be overloaded. So here are some of the spin-offs. Technology and output that use that could add to utility of supercritical Brayton cycle in the coal-fired power generation cycle on Earth. The efficiency of supercritical Brayton cycle will not be as that much high as it will be on Mars due to the cheap availability of CO2 in a cheap availability of CO2 in a Martian atmosphere. And on Earth, we have to gather or we have to collect such amount of CO2 for the supercritical Brayton cycle to run. The waste material refilled 3D printer is a technology of Industry 4.0 on Earth. The dust removal can be used in the activities like car washing, the places where people are going for the mining, etc. Guidelines to be applied to daily life on Earth. Waste management investment in research today will give the result as the comfort and betterment of tomorrow. To sustain life, new technology and development in industrial field is required. Impacts to sustainable development goals. Some of the initiatives are economic principle of reuse development that use less amount of energy. Waste material recovery facility should be maintained. So these are the references, and thank you.